The final installment in the 17-year-long Elven struggle, this quest was perhaps the main reason for starting my account and for the insane success this series has had. The Song of the Elves was announced back in October last year at RuneFest, and now, only 5 months later, the requirements for the completion of the quest have been released. Finishing this quest will reward me with the endgame for Tiranon only, and I'll be granted access to the Crystal City of Prifddinas in all its glory and all of its juicy content. So, what are we up against? Well, for now, I'll push aside the prerequisite quests and focus on the stats. I'll work my way down the list and I'll explain my method for each skill and the estimated amount of time it's going to take. So, let's jump into it. Agility. Level 70 Agility is relatively straightforward, but it's going to be one of the most time-consuming skills to train. I found this method pretty early on into the account when travelling through the Underground Pass, and have found nothing else like it since. The Underground Pass is filled with countless quirks and some exceptionally outdated content. One day I'm going to explore it end to end, and I might make another episode similar to this all about it. Anyways, the obstacle pipe that allows you to travel between the unicorn cages is our method for agility training. With each pass through the pipe, I gain 3 experience. It is slow, as in 1k XP an hour slow. But after playing with some camera angles, I found a way that I can AFK train this method, which will make it quite a bit easier to train, as I just have to click in a single spot and I can do something else on my other screens. After some rough calculations, training from level 57 to 70 agility will take me roughly 533 hours, or 22 days of in-game time. It will be painful, it'll be hard, but it's necessary, and it will be one of the biggest and most time-consuming grinds ahead of us. Construction. Whilst more methods may open up to us once we get into our hunter grind, the immediate plan is limestone mining, crafting, and constructing decorative rocks. This method will not only benefit us with construction experience, but will also help us with both crafting and mining. From level 7 to 70 construction, it will take us 7,370 decorative rocks, which, when we multiply by 5 limestone bricks per rock, it means it will take 36,850 limestone bricks. This will net us 57 crafting in the process. I'm planning to clear my inventory out and hopefully run at least 15 bricks per trip. This means 3 decorative rocks per trip at approximately 2,500 trips to reach level 70. This also means that we need 2,500 lore, earth and air runes for the teleport to house spell. Obtaining the earth and air runes necessary will take probably about 10 hours of wizards, I'd say, which it's not really a big deal. But getting a hold of the lore runes through wizards can take an unpredictable amount of time, as they are a rare drop. So, as an alternative, before the construction grind begins in full swing, killing Zulrah may have to be an option, as I can hoard the lore rune drops, and I believe that might be the way to go. Farming. This grind makes me nervous. I'd never really got into farming in RuneScape, and I know for most people it assists with the herblore grind, but out here in the Elven lands, we've got none of that. We're all about growing those fruit trees. We'll be unable to grow fruit trees until level 27 farming. So, until that point, the daily raking content will be taken off. With each rake of the weed bush, I get 3 experience. I estimate it'll take 782 completely filled patches of weeds to hit our first goal of level 27 farming. The weeds grow back, I believe, every 15 minutes, so if I was to rake perfectly every 15 minutes, 24 hours a day, it would only take me 260 hours to reach this goal. Knowing full well that won't happen, I'll play it safe and assume that it's going to take me passively about 500 hours to reach level 27 farming. Once I hit that milestone, I'll be working my way up the seed chain. So I'll go from apple trees, to banana trees, to orange trees, curry trees, pineapple bushes, and once at level 57, papaya trees will be our go-to all the way till 70. I know what you're thinking, what about palm trees? Well, we'll see how we go once we hit that level. I'll be obtaining most of my seeds from bird nests as I start to grind out my level 80 fletching in the next few weeks, but in terms of papaya seeds, Zulrah will be the way to go. I'll collect all of those juicy seeds that he drops, and I'll hoard them up until level 70 farming. Each tree that we plant in the fruit patch takes about 16 hours to grow. So, judging off this, the farming grind from the level we're at now will take us about 3,000 hours. It's going to be long, but at the very least I can train it passively whilst building on the other requirements, such as agility. Herblore. I addressed the rough basis for my herblore grind in episode 8, but I'll cover the specifics now just for the purpose of this video. So to kick us off from level 5 to level 22 herblore, it'll take us just over 200 attack potions. I will collect both the Guams and the Eye of Newts from zombies in the Underground Pass, whilst I slowly amass Harrowlanders. The main method for training herblore will open up at level 22 with Restore Potions. I'll be able to obtain red spider eggs from North Tiranan in the Arendar Pass, and I'll aim for level 63 Herblore with a mixture of defense potions using Ranarrs and the Whiteberry spawn alongside these restores. It will take approximately 5,000 potions to hit level 63. Hopefully once we hit this goal, I'll already be efficiently farming Zulrah, and I can tap into my stash of Snapdragons I'll be hoarding to allow me to make super restores with the red spider eggs up to level 70. Although lengthy, I figure this plan is one of the only ways I had to train Herblore. However, to be 100% sure, I slid right on into the Twitter DMs of the Master, Ultimate Iron Man Herblore. We got talking, and if it ever becomes possible for me to obtain a Pestle and Mortar, using the tar drops from Zulrah in combination with Harrowlanders and Guam drops from zombies, my XP an hour will skyrocket as I can simply stand at the bank unnoting the herbs and smashing them into the tar. We also discussed the possibility of farming Implings for secondaries, but this is pretty far out and I'll probably need a Pestle and Mortar for most of this anyways. But if we decide to chat a bit more about it or I find anything new, I'll keep you guys updated and we'll discuss it at a later date. Hunter. This is hands down the most infamous skill for all restricted Iron Men. It's the classic game of lamping Hunter till level 27 so that you can bare hand catch Implings. My luck with the XP random events has been terrible as of late. My account receives on average 1 genie or 1 skill book over a week. I've only received 2 of them over the last 2 weeks. I'm still in the middle of an investigation into force spawning randoms within Tiranan, but at the moment it isn't looking too likely. Our only other alternative is to wait for level 27 Hunter from the XP lamps. Once we reach that milestone, training Hunter just becomes one big grind. Pretty early on into the account, I stumbled across this location. It's located to the west of Lita, and within it hides a low tier Impling spawn. It is in this spot that the Implings are trapped due to the surrounding trees. This spawn will become my main Hunter training method as I hop worlds to catch the Implings that are trapped in here. There are also 2 higher tier Impling spawns along the river in Tiranan, but I haven't found their exact location or exact spawn yet. After testing on my main, at level 52 Hunter and being able to catch all of the Implings up to Essence, I'll be gaining roughly 5,000 XP an hour within this area. After doing some calculations and similar to farming, progressing our way through the skill tree, it will take 374 baby Implings, 698 young Implings, 1,708 gourmet Implings, 3,731 earth Implings, and finally 22,740 essence Implings. If I average out the XP from each of these Implings, it'll be roughly 22.4 experience per catch, and that will approximately take us 32,500 Implings to level 70 Hunter. So from level 27 to level 70, it'll take the better part of 200 hours at 5k XP an hour. This also includes the world hop limit that logs me out every once in a while. So once we hit the milestone of level 27 Hunter, the way is paved, it's set, and it's just a matter of smashing out the grind. So let's hope we can get there sooner rather than later. Mining. Mining is a quick and easy one. From level 30 to 70 mining, it'll take 27,286 limestone at roughly 10k XP an hour. But, as I mentioned earlier, for the construction grind, I'll need to mine more limestone than this, so the mining grind will be quite passive and will be done in the middle of the construction grind. However, if I find a new construction method and I decided to smash the mining one out on its own, it would only take me 72 hours anyway. Smithing. It's almost impossible to do the calculations for the smithing grind, and I'm still trying to fathom just how long it's going to take, but I can honestly say that this is the toughest requirement of them all. As many of you know, I don't have access to an anvil within Tiranan. Now, I don't want to go making an exception this early on, or at all if I can avoid it, but there are anvils located within West Ardi, and it may become a last resort option if we are waiting on smithing as a final skill. But for now, the plan is as follows. I'll be killing zombies and collecting the copper and tin ore that they drop for bronze bars. I will need 383 bronze bars to hit level 15 smithing, but I can't predict how many hours this is going to take as they had uncommon drops. I was also flicking through the wiki just the other day and was looking for a way that I could try and obtain iron ore to try and speed up the smithing process. Although it's not listed on the skeletons drop table, it is listed on the iron ore drop table, that skeletons have an uncommon drop of iron ore. If I combo this with superheat, it will more than double the smithing XP from bronze bars, as it's worth more experience to smelt the bar, but also I only require 1 ore uncommon drop as opposed to 2. From level 15 to 30, it will take me 626 iron ore. Once at level 30, I can use the coal drops from Zulrah that I'll hopefully have to start making steel bars. From level 30 to 50, it will take 5,027 steel bars. Scattered in here will also be the silver bars that I received from the rare drop table on Zulrah and the Tyrus guards. Once I hit level 50 smithing, the coal drops farm from Zulrah will be used in combination with mithril ore mined to— and I've just got to stop myself there. It's come to my attention that when I was recording for footage for this video, that the Isufdar mine doesn't actually have mithril rocks. I swear to God once upon a time it did, and I swear I've seen them in there before, but I've gone back there now and there's just the 4 adamantite rocks. So my original method for training smithing with mithril ore and coal is out the window, and it's probably just going to be iron ore and coal, which means it's going to be another 41,000 steel bars until I can hit level 70. I'm just in a little shock at the moment as I've just found this out, but in order to get this video out on time, I'm going to have to try and figure out how to train smithing some other way, and I'll have to get back to you guys on it. But if any of you know of any other ore veins or where the mithril ore is in Tiranan, please let me know, because I swear to God it was here once before, and if it wasn't, I guess I'm just going crazy. Anyways, I'll let you get back to the video. Woodcutting. Finishing off the skill requirements is the easiest of them all. We're already at level 60 woodcutting, and over the next few weeks, once the fletching grind begins, the woodcutting grind will be met with no problems at all. We can practically tick it off the list already. Easy. Questing. Each of the prerequisite quests require me to leave Tiranan, and I will be making the exception to complete these quests, as I mentioned back in episode 1. However, as it's always been, I'm not interested in the physical rewards or the experience rewards from the quests. They're going to be used purely to unlock content. It is because of this that when I make the exception to leave and complete these necessary quests, I will ensure that I have all of the stats needed for Song of the Elves. So that means I will have the base 70s that I need so that I don't benefit from the experience gained from these quests. I want to try and keep this account as true and as pure as possible, so when the day comes that I finally reach the skilling requirements, I can tell you guys and I can tell myself that I earned all of this fair and square. Conclusion. So, to wrap it all up, the Song of the Elves is going to be the most bittersweet thing this account has ever seen. On one hand, we have all of the amazing rewards and content unlocks that come with Prifddinas, and on the other hand, we have the thousands of hours required to make it there. But I will get it done and I will make it work. Throughout this journey, I can only hope that all of you will stick by me, and I cannot thank you enough for the support so far. And once I get cracking at this job full time, the levels will start rolling in, no doubt. I hope you guys enjoyed this information-filled episode. I know it was a lot to take in such a short time, but really, I thank you guys for sitting through it, and I really had to get this out to answer everyone's questions. Episode 10 is well underway for next week, so don't stress about that. I love you all so much, and if you made it this far through the video and haven't subscribed yet, please head down below and do so. Whether you're new or you see this in your featured every week, it would mean the world to me to subscribe. I started this series just under 2 months ago, and we're so close to 20,000 subscribers. I'll be doing a 20k special when we get there, and I have one hell of an announcement to make. So let's make it happen. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll smash these goals for you guys, I guarantee it. So let's get this account started, and if you guys have any further questions on Prifddinas, at me on Twitter, drop a comment down below. I'm happy to answer everything that I see, and as always guys, cheers.